Hello dear all, today we are going to understand the meaning of quadratic equation, one of the important chapters of grade 10. Now quadratic equation, quad is a Greek word and quadratic means you can write quad. It is a Greek word which has the meaning as 2. It means the equation in which the variables highest power lies 2, hence and then it is a quadratic equation. Suppose if I write 4x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, you can see there are two variables x and x is having highest power as 2, so it means it is a quadratic equation. If there is no power, it means there will be 1, so it will not be a quadratic equation. But you can see here, suppose let me give you another example. If I write 3x cube plus 2x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, you can see in which in this equation there are three variables x cube, x square and x is having as its power cube, hence it is not a quadratic equation. So the meaning of and definition of quadratic equation is an equation where variables highest power is 2 is called as the quadratic equation. Very simple it is. If you see any equation in which the variable's highest power is 2, it will be a quadratic equation, and it will be asked in MCQs mostly in your examination. So be careful about the powers of variables. And the standard form of quadratic equation, it will also lie in your MCQs in your board examination. So remember, this standard form of any quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, where a should not be equal to 0. Remember this as well. A cannot be 0, because if a becomes 0, the equation will be a linear equation, because 0 has no value. So ax square plus bx plus c is the standard form of any quadratic equation. Suppose let me give you one example. That suppose if I write 0x square plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, as you can see 0x square, it will not have any value, so it will be just 3x plus 2, where you can see there is only one variable x and it will have the power as 1. It will be having the power as 1, so it will be a linear equation, not a quadratic equation. So the very basic understanding you should have. Then it means that variable should be with the highest power as 2, then it will be a quadratic equation. It is very easy to understand. In the next videos we will try to understand more deeply about this, and do subscribe and like the video. Thank you.